It's the Will Edwards Show, Las Vegas's only late-night variety talk show with Will Edwards and Mike Doria. Tonight's guest, educator and author Dr. Rory Sipp.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. Our special guest is the executive director of the Acelero Head Start program here in Las Vegas. He is also an author and a very good friend. It is Dr. Rory Sipp. How are you, sir?
Great, thank you so much.
Welcome.
How's it going, Mike?
And a good dresser.
All right, thank you.
Look
I'm
at
trying
you.
to keep up with you guys.
No, you know what? It's the opposite way around, because when I invited Rory on, I said to myself, I am not going to let this guy outdress me. So we went to
one up on.
So
we two-upped you.
We two-upped you. We both went to Stitch. They got all of this. But you're a fan of Stitch as well.
Stitch, compliments of Stitch.
Compliments of Stitch. Look at that, man. We are like...
The whole city is going to be dressed in it, and then we're not going to look original anymore.
I know.
This is what's going to happen.
We're going to be like the poster child.
Yeah.
Well, I probably shouldn't say compliments because I had to pay for this, but
but they did provide.
They provided.
Excellent.
They did the designing and all of that. So yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the Head Start program and what you guys are doing in the city right now.
Okay, so the Head Start program has been in Las Vegas for about 50 years. Actually, this year marks the 50th year of the Head Start program. A lot of people, thank you. A lot of people don't even know that Head Start exists. Head Start is a program that provides services to low-income children and families, and it's still what I consider one of the best-kept secrets, because there are still about 23,000, or more children living in poverty who have not gained access to Head Start in Nevada.
Wow.
Not even to consider the numbers or the statistics across the nation, but speaking locally, families are still not tapping into this program, and it's a very comprehensive program.
How do they find out about it? Like, where do they go to get more information?
So, we have our recruitment line, which is 702-387-0179. So that's typically the recruitment number once you find out about Head Start. But we realize that a lot of families that we're dealing with in our population, they don't have transportation, and oftentimes they just don't know about all the resources that's made available to them. And so we canvass the communities.
Oh, really?
We have our staff. We go door to door, knocking on doors, letting people know that the Head Start program is in their community.
That's great.
And it's still really difficult to get people to believe that the services are free.
What's the one service that most people use, the one most utilized service at Head Start?
Well, the primary service that's provided is education, but the services are comprehensive. We provide health and nutrition, so there are screenings that take place before the children within the 30 and 45 days. So we do vision screening, hearing screening, hemoglobin, hematocrit, and lead testing, and all of that. Children with diagnosed disabilities are encouraged to enroll. We have to have 10% of our enrollment slots filled with children with diagnosed disabilities, regardless of the severity. And oftentimes people don't know about that. And so they oftentimes find that the children find themselves in self-contained programs where every single child in that environment has a diagnosed disability. And we know that that's not the best way for children to learn.
Right.
They need to really be in a setting with their typically developing peers to thrive. And there's also a form of segregation to just put these individuals in a setting just because of some type of special need. I wouldn't even call it a disability.
Well, here's the great thing about it, is that it really does give a kid a bit of a head start before they go into school, gives them an opportunity to socialize with other children of their age and that sort. So I think it's a phenomenal program. And I really hope that more people reach out and
So do I.
And do it, because it's all about making our kids more literate.
They are our future. And so we have 2 classrooms sitting up now vacant.
Wow.
And it will occupy, or it's designed to occupy about 80 children. And so that's 80 children not receiving services. Wow. Those 2 classrooms don't have teachers in them because we don't have the children. So those are individuals who need to work in this economy but can't work because we can't get the children, and it's just a ripple effect. And so we're trying to invest back in our community by getting people back to work, and we're also trying to make certain that those families living in poverty get the services that they deserve and not just what they need.
Love it. You guys got to check it out. You stay here. We're going to talk a little bit more about your book and some other stuff that you're doing. We'll be right back with Dr. Rory Sipp right after this. Good job, man. Good job. Well done. Go to thewilledwardsshow.com where Mike Doria sits down for 3 questions with our special guests. All right, welcome back. We are with Dr. Rory Sipp, chatting a little bit. Now, what you guys don't know at home, but we're going to tell you now, is that I tapped Dr. Sipp on the shoulder for a project that we're doing called Church Business.
Thank you so much.
And look, he came in. Here's what's great. He came into it and no acting background really.
Nope.
But he came in and he just blew it out of the water. It made me have to work harder.
Yeah, I had to pull that guy from a deep place, Reverend Robert A. Wilkes Sr.
Senior.
It's a distraction.
That's the line that's going to go down. We got to get shirts that say, Church business is a distraction. Yeah. I love it. But you also just published recently, last year I think, a book.
Yes. A Psalm to My Sons, 7 easy life lessons and spiritual guidance for young men, but it's also been touching the lives of young women as well.
Nice. Now, I want to ask you why. Why did you write this book?
Actually, this book, although it's a good product, it came from a very dark place for me. I believe it was about 2011. I was really just going through trying to identify who I was and just really not embracing who I am as a person and things of that nature. And so I just had to sit one day. I was actually on the 28th floor in a condo at Allure. I had just kind of moved away from my house and everything and just kind of leased this condo just to really just have some clear space to think.
Yeah.
And I started just reflecting on who I am and who my family is and where I've come. And then I had to resolve some things. And so I just started kind of dumping things out on the computer, just putting it out. And every morning I would wake up and, resolve some more things. And then I looked up, I had a book. And so,
and you're helping yourself and other people.
Yep, I'm a very spiritual person.
That's
and so I was influenced to put it out so that other people can be inspired about, just embracing who you are. I talk about appearance, the criticisms of the world. And I had to realize and resolve that I would never be 110 pounds again like I used to be. I used to do some modeling in Birmingham and in Atlanta. And so, just to go from 110 and obviously much younger to 200 pounds, just like saying, oh my God, what am I doing? But I realized that as long as I still look good to me and
you're all about the bass.
I'm okay. Oh, thank you.
Like it.
I like that. That boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Well, Mike's also been doing some
That's
writing
what I heard.
as well.
That's what I heard.
I think that through it, you find yourself, but at the same time, you allow other people to find themselves however way or wherever they are, which is kind of cool. But live lesson number 3 in the book.
This is a quiz. Do you remember it?
Real men and boys do cry.
Boys do cry, yes.
Well, what is that? What's the lesson there?
So the lesson is about overcoming stereotypes. And so growing up in Birmingham, Alabama, and just being around ignorance, I would say, and just not just Birmingham, but even ignorance to here in Las Vegas about boys are supposed to be tough and you're not supposed to cry and tough it up. And if you cry, you're a sissy or a punk or all these things. But that is not the case. And people need to really hear that you have your body is designed biologically to do the things it should do. And crying is one of those many things. And
it's okay to cry.
It's okay. And so
he cries all the time.
I do.
And really,
I'm not gonna lie, I do.
And that's good. So that means someone encouraged that and someone allowed you to embrace your emotions. And my dad and my mom, they're both big. Well, my mom is deceased now, but my dad, he will cry now, and he openly cries in front of his family. If he's happy, he will cry.
Nice.
If he's emotional about or sad about something, he'll cry. And so
love it.
I was encouraged to do the same thing. 7
easy life lessons and spiritual guidance. Guys, you have to get this book and read it. It is fantastic. We want to thank Dr. Rory Sipp for being here.
Thank
we
you so much for having me.
And get out there and find out about Head Start if you have a little one that needs to get a Head Start in life.
Thank you so much.
We'll be right back right
after
this.
Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you so much for being here.
All right, thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. We cheers. We